What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. I've seen a lot lately on people not trusting exchanges when it comes to cryptocurrency. But I've seen a lot more, and maybe it's because of my feed, maybe it's because of the things that I look into um, about XRP and people telling me and everybody else not to hold XRP on an exchange. And I think there's multiple ways of looking at this, and we're going to talk about that within this video. But it's very important to understand what they mean by not holding on an exchange, because some people are looking for something a lot bigger out of this play. Other people are looking for big moves, but also are looking to make something short term and do something short term. If you're looking for what XRP will be in the end, the ultimate big picture item, maybe you don't need to hold on an exchange. But if you're looking for, growth and movement and looking to take profit as you go, I don't know if, just holding in that area, holding on a cold storage wallet or whatever is the only option for you. I'm a big fan of having diversity in your portfolio, being well diversified, not only in different positions, but different places. Because you never really know what's going to happen, especially when you understand that, maybe an exchange could control what you hold versus you having it in a wallet. You could also see something happen to that. So I want to talk to you about this notion that you need to move all of your XRP. And if I decided to move any of my XRP. So if you guys could hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, if you can check out the video sponsor, the link for the video sponsor down below, FortisX, feel free to do so. They are keeping your holdings working for you. If you are looking for that bigger picture item with XRP, you could potentially gain 20.94% variable APY as you are investing into liquidity pools and managed staking for various positions. But this position or this platform offers everything that they offer with no lockups, right? You can withdraw anytime, meaning that if you are used to a staking period where you have 28 days after you decide to unstake, you don't have that with FortisX. You can, unstake and withdraw immediately. You can withdraw from the liquidity pool and withdraw from the platform immediately if you wanted to as well. I currently hold 23,000 XRP, and I've gained 400 XRP since I've been, a part of this and have put money in here. I only put 10% of my XRP holdings in here to be able to accrue some more XRP. But 400 is amazing because as that gets to a higher price, it could be worth so much more. So definitely check out the link for FortisX down below. And if you guys want to check out my link for BTCC, please do so. They have a link down there in the description. You can trade up to a 250x leverage, 10% extra on your deposit, your first time deposit, 40% lower trading fees, all with no VPN, no KYC that's required. So thank you for listening to this, for checking out the links. They are honestly really good platforms. But let's go ahead and talk about the topic at hand. First, let's start where XRP is in the performance for the last 24 hours. XRP stands at a $1.07 price. It seemed to have been hovering above the $1 price point, but more around the $1.04 to $1.12, right? Maybe not even that high, right? Below the $1.10 level. But either way, you're seeing some movement, up and down. You're seeing more. If you zoom out, you're seeing more flat activity. It hasn't been moving aggressively, and we need something for it to happen, right? Or something to happen for XRP to move. But currently it's sitting at a $67 billion market cap, $1.34 billion worth of volume. It's great to see it up in the billions of dollars when it comes to volume again. 62.5 billion coins in circulation and 99.9 in total supply. Now, I, again, am a big fan of holding XRP or holding positions in multiple areas, right? I'm a big fan of diversifying your portfolio, again, not only with things like XRP and then do something that's a meme coin and do something like Jasmine coin and then do something that's Ethereum or OIFI or whatever, but also finding other platforms to hold XRP on. I have a post that I put on Twitter like a little bit ago where I talked about the fact that I just went through every exchange that I'm holding XRP on. And you're going to see here, I noticed that I'm holding XRP on every platform that I'm using. Why? Right? It's a way to diversify and know that if one fails, another one, you can end up seeing success in the other one, right? Now, I don't expect these platforms to fail, but I know that I can make moves differently in different areas. I can hook up different accounts to different exchanges and all that stuff there. I can get out of exchanges a lot faster than I can get out of holding on a wallet. So when I hold on Kraken, when I hold on Coinbase, Gemini, FortisX, I Trust Capital, Ledger Wallet, Robinhood, Crypto.com, whatever the platform is, I'm holding XRP on those platforms. And while it is the most that I have is on Coinbase, I still understand that you can see success in many different areas. So why are many people going, hey, you shouldn't be holding on exchanges? Well, simple thing is not your keys, not your crypto, right? That's always been the mindset is not your keys, not your crypto, right? You saw what happened with FTX and the collapse there and people that didn't actually own anything because the exchange really owned everything. And people didn't get paid out what they were due, what they had, what they were holding. And it really sucked, whether it was XRP or anything. So when you look at a Coinbase and you see how big it is, people say Coinbase gonna collapse. You're not gonna be able to be paid out anything. Coinbase is a publicly traded company. It's a large company for sure, and I don't see any reason as to why that's going to fail and it's going to collapse. Kraken, Gemini, FortisX, I Trust Capital, Ledger, Robinhood. Some are places that are exchanges and some that are wallets, right? I hold some that's in a wallet. I hold some that's on, or a good amount that's on exchanges. Listen to this. If you have a plan, if you have an ultimate plan to where you are going to hold your XRP until XRP reaches $100 or 200 or 500 or $1,000, then that's where you holding on an exchange may not be the right bet for you because it makes it easier to access it. It's like you having a problem with gambling. And if you do have a problem with gambling, then I'm sorry that you're dealing with that. But if you have a problem with gambling, you're not going to have the app on your phone, right? If you have the app on your phone, it makes it easy access and you're going to start spending money. You're going to do whatever you have there. For Coinbase, it's easy to just go, oh, I want to sell it at this price and I'm going to get out of it because I gained so much with it. With someplace like a wallet, you might not have access to the electronical side of it, or the electronic side of it, and now you can't really see what the overall value is. You may be doing the math in your head, but you can't see what the overall value is. It's more difficult to then send it here or exchange for it and get to USDC or USDT and then, exchange that for cash and then put that cash in your bank account. It's a lot more steps than Coinbase. I sell it, I withdraw it, it's in my account, right? So if you are a person that's waiting for $100, if you're a person that has a 10-year plan, yes, move your XRP. You should have your XRP somewhere else where you're not going to touch it. However, if you have an exit plan where your first point starts at $5, second point starts at $10, third point starts at $20, and so on and so forth, that's your exit plan. You have to have access to it. Right? It's not about the ultimate plan of it getting and being heavily valuable, heavily usable, and all of that stuff because you're looking to make profit from it short term. Now, I think that if I'm probably talking to a bunch of different people here, but if you have XRP on one platform, I think you should move your XRP. Not all of it, some of it, right? 1,000 here, 100 there, 200 there, because it, kind of gives you a place to where one, you can now have some that you set it and forget it. Other ones to where you put it in a place and that could be the last amount that you sold, or a place that you can stake it or gain a little bit with, or whatever that the case may be. So ultimately, maybe you should move your XRP, but move some of it. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I have 10% of my XRP on FortisX. I have another 1% of my XRP, or let's say 5% of my XRP in my Ledger wallet, right? I have another, maybe 1% over here in another platform. But the point is that I have it spread out so that I have some that's for the long term, some that's for the ultra long term, some that's forever, and some that's for now. So that's the way that I look at it. How do you look at it? Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel. Thank you, FortisX, for sponsoring this video, and thank you, BTCC, for sponsoring this channel. I appreciate you guys. If you guys could, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you. See ya.